Hello, beautiful people. Namaste. Welcome to my very first video of my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching and hopefully subscribing. For our first video, I'm just going to bring you through a nice flow that I would usually do during times of the full moon. So it's a little slower than what I would usually practice and usually teach. It is a flow that tunes in to the yin, the feminine, the left side of the body. Okay, so it is based around a Surya Namaskar or moon salutations, as opposed to our usual sun salutations, which are energizing, heating, and masculine, working with the right side of the body. This is more cooling, calming, feminine, lunar, working with the left. Okay, so let's come to standing onto our mats. We're going to be working from side to side of the mat, so a little different to our usual. So we're going to come to stand with our toes pointing towards the long edge of the mat and the outer edge of our right foot towards the top of the mat. We're going to find our Tadasana or our mountain pose here, okay? So lift your 10 toes up and then plant them back down. Lengthen through the fingertips, maybe shrugging the shoulders up and back a little. And just feel grounded and strong here in our mountain pose. Maybe closing down the eyes, seeing if we are swaying or if we're grounded, strong and stable in our mountain pose. And we're lengthening through the crown of the head here. So imagining an invisible string pulling us right up, standing really nice and tall. Slight tuck of the tailbone, flattening up the lower back, and a slight core engagement. For our first pose, we raise the fingertips up towards the ceiling. We interlace the fingers and point the index finger up. Again, lengthening through that index finger, but still drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Taking an inhale here. And with your exhale, take a hinge to the left. Inhaling back to center, standing nice and tall. And exhale to a hinge to the right. Really sticking that left hip out. Inhale back to center. And with an exhale, take a big step to the left with the left foot. Bring the hands to prayer heart center, coming to our goddess pose. So our toes are pointing outwards and our knees are following. We are tucking the tailbone here or tilting the pelvis so as to flatten that lower back. So we're not sticking the bum out like we usually would with our squats or our gym squats. Fingertips are up and then bringing the hands to prayer heart center. And just coming back to your breath here. Finding stillness. Maybe softness in the jaw. And a final breath. With our next inhale, we straighten the legs. Outer edge of left foot in line with the back of the mat and point the right toes forward. Bring your hands to a T, palms facing forward. Next pose, Trikonasana or triangle. With the inhale, we reach forward with the fingertips. And with the exhale, bring that right palm down, resting it on or inside the shin. Left fingertips come up and we bring the gaze up to follow. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head here as you breathe in your triangle or Trikonasana. If the neck allows, we're gazing up towards the left fingertips. If not, just straight ahead. Inhale, bringing it back up. Bring the hands to the hips and step that left foot in slightly. Pivot the hips so they're pointing the same direction as the right toes. With an inhale, bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Lengthen here. We're train tracking the feet, taking pyramid pose. Exhale to hinge from the hips. Maybe micro bending that right knee if we need. Start to draw the left hip forward and the right hip back as we gaze down towards the big toe of the right foot. Breathing here, lovely. With the next inhale, we're going to start to bend into the right knee, frame the right foot, lower the left knee down, and draw the fingertips up, taking a low lunge. Fingertips up, inhale, and exhale. 4 more breaths here. Again, drawing those shoulders away from ears while lengthening through the fingertips. Finding softness in the jaw. And making sure we're breathing nice and deep down into the belly with the inhales. With the next exhale, we're going to draw the fingertips down towards mat, starting to point the right toes towards the long edge of the mat, coming over onto our side lunge or our skandasana, lifting the left toes so they're pointing up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing a challenge of balance to the pose also. Hands to prayer heart center. If not, just bring the fingertips down or the palms down. Right heel can be lifted or flat. If it's lifted, maybe using your prop to allow yourself to become a little bit more stable in the pose. Maybe then challenging the balance, maybe not. Listening to your body, as always in your practice. Next pose, we're going to start to bring the palms towards the center of the mat and heel toe the feet in to just wider than mat distance apart. Lower the bum down towards mat, bringing the elbows inside the knees, taking malasana or yogi squat here. Hands to prayer heart center as we draw the hips apart and draw the shoulders away from ears. Coming back to our breath. Malasana is a beautiful hip opener, but also a really powerful grounding pose. This flow has grounding poses, really useful around times of the full moon, when maybe emotions can feel heightened, energy can feel heightened. Now, what we start to do with our moon salutations is reverse the flow. So we start to bring the fingertips over towards the left, step the left foot out a little, and we take skandasana on the left side. So right toes pointing up. Hands to prayer heart center. And that elbow to the inside of the left knee, maybe hands to prayer, maybe hands down. See what works for you. Coming back to your breath in every pose. Always using your breath as your anchor in your practice. Again, reversing the sequence. So walk the palms to frame the left foot this time. Taking that low lunge with the left toes forward. Inhale, draw the fingertips up. Exhale, draw shoulders away from ears. Beautiful. Really grounding down through that left foot. Right foot can be tucked or flat, whatever works best for you. One more breath. Next, drawing the fingertips down to frame the left foot again. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and step it in a little. Lifting it up first, draw the fingertips up, taking pyramid pose with the left foot forward. Inhale, and as we exhale, hinge from the hips. Fingertips down or to blocks. And we're going to try to draw that right hip forward, left hip back this time. Gazing towards your left big toe. And breathing into the tightness that you feel in this pose. So inhale into that tight left hamstring. And consciously use your exhales to try to soften, release, and let go. Beautiful. Next inhale, we're going to lift it back up. Hands to hips and just step the right foot back a little. We're getting ready for our triangle or trikonasana again. Hands to a T, palms facing forward. Use your inhale to reach forward and exhale, left palm comes down. Right fingertips up. And breathe. So there's a stacking of the hips in our trikonasana. There's a lengthening of the fingertips. A beautiful expansive pose. Inhale to lift. Hands back to the hips. Get ready for our goddess pose. So toes pointing outwards, knees are following. Tilting that pelvis first, lowering down, hands to prayer, sitting as low as we can. And there's always an invitation to close down the eyes in your poses, drawing your awareness inwards, working with another one of the 8 limbs of yoga, pratyahara. Using an inhale to straighten those legs. We're going to step the right foot back to the left. And with an inhale, draw the fingertips up. Interlace the fingers and point the index fingers up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, draw the hands to prayer, heart center. Close down the eyes. And take 10 nice deep breaths. Just checking in with how you're feeling. Becoming aware of anything that's coming up for us. Softening the jaw, maybe allowing the teeth to part. Hopefully feeling a little more grounded, a little calmer, and a little more in tune with your body than when you began. Thank you for joining.